Using social media is like entering a whole new universe, and we can get so addicted to the point where it can literally take over our real offline lives. Like everything we do in the real world is entangled with this online social media universe. If you didn't post it, it didn't happen. And that's what the attitude seems to be in this day and age. For some people, social media is the new real world. They have to log in and post daily, and if they don't, then it doesn't feel like something normal. A lot of our time is spent on social media, regardless if we are aware or not. This is not healthy as it can definitely take its toll on us over time. My research confirms that overusing social media can cause depression, anxiety, stress, eating disorder, sleep deprivation, loneliness, compulsive behavior, bullying, and body image concerns. However, many of us may not be aware of how social media can have a negative impact on our mental health and well-being. One of the many issues of social media is the heavy consumption of online information that may be misleading or is made available to influence the way its users think and act. As a student, I can say social media can be very distracting and can have a negative impact on studies. That being said, if used properly, social media can be a positive tool for educational purposes. Do you think the internet is a good or a bad thing?
It can be a bit of both. I think it can be because there's good sides to it, like for business making and like interactions with other people. There's that, but then like there's some like content on the internet I don't think they should be allowed, like especially for like younger children who have like cell phones and stuff like that. I don't think that content like that shouldn't be allowed in the first place. It can scare them and trigger them. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think there's a good side and a bad side too, because of how the good side it could be for educational purposes, for example. Uh, but for the bad side, for like what Alia said, it like for the younger generation, and how it could scare them.
Are you a member of multiple social networking sites?
Yes, yeah, I am.
What is the best one for you and why?
Best one for me, I think it has to be Snapchat because I can talk to my friends on there and interact with them on there and things like that.
What's the worst one for you and why?
Um, I think the worst one for me, I think the worst one for me would have to be like Snapchat as well because it's like some like I could have an altercation, for example, with somebody that I know of, and like they could like screenshot things, take things out of context, and make me look like the bad person. And like the people, and then when they screenshot things to take it and like put it on the story and make it out of context, the people then will like make jokes out of me and things like that, and like make me look like the bad person when really they don't know what the full story is. So I think there's pros and cons to Snapchat, but I think that would be the worst one for that reason.
Are you aware of how the internet can affect your mental health and well-being?
Like I've heard of it like numerous times in assemblies, but but by hearing that, I don't think it like clicks to my head like as such because I can hear it like lots of times in assemblies and be like, oh yeah, I get it, but at the same time, just like, am I really aware of this? And like, is it how it can like affect people's brains and like and how they view themselves and their well-being. I don't think I've clicked with that yet, but I've heard it numerous times in assemblies in that school at school.
The following information is from the Royal Society for Public Health Status of Mind campaign. visit your social networking sites with no goal or specific purpose in mind?
Yeah, yeah, I do, because I could just go on like either on Instagram or Snapchat to check like if someone posted it on their story, or someone like posted a picture on Instagram, and be like, oh, that's cool, and I just like it. But at the same time, I don't think there's any purpose of me like going on there. I just like go to check just to check things and see if I'm like up to date with anything.
Are you usually surprised by how much time you spend on a social networking site?
No, because when I'm on like social media, it feels like minutes, not hours. But at the same time, when it tells me an update of like, oh, you spent like 2 hours on here or 1 hour and 50 minutes on here, I'm not surprised. But then I have to like take myself back and be like, well, in that time that I'm spending on social media, what else could I be doing? That's what I have to think about. But I still go on social media anyway to spend more hours. So.
Roughly how many hours would you say you spend in a day?
I would say like 8 hours. I think 8 hours plus.
Does having a small amount of friends, followers, and likes and social media affects you negatively?
No, it doesn't, because I don't really care about followers, because I'm not like a social media influencer or someone big on Instagram or on Snapchat.
How do you feel if you cannot access social media?
Oh, it just feels. I just feel really bored, and I just like feel like I'm not going in. I'm not saying I would go insane, but I'm not saying about my phone, because I'm always having it in my hand, and but then sometimes I have to like think, oh yeah, what did I like to do before I had a phone? Like I used to like to read and write, so after like I would probably like go back to those, but it wouldn't be for like a long amount of time like I would used to, because of that, because I'm always on my phone, and my phone's like the main thing for me right now.
Have you ever been cyberbullied on social media?
No, I haven't.
Do you feel as if you have to be someone else online? Like, do you feel you need to create an online persona?
I won't say I'm a different person online, but I do make an online persona. Yeah, I think everyone does. Like, if someone said, "Oh yeah, I think everyone does. Everyone in my generation anyway. If they say to me, "Oh yeah, I don't need to make an online persona, I can just be myself," that's good. But like, I feel like they're kind of lying, because everyone on social media is like posting the good things about their life, not the bad things about their life. So that's just an iffy situation there when they say they don't. But if they don't and they're just posting just for the sake of like posting, then that's fine.
How do you feel about the things you see on social media?
I think I've like grown used to the things I saw on social media, but like I think some of them can be distressing. Like some of the things I see can be distressing, so like I just come off of those and like try not to like think about it as much. But I think I've just grown to the things that I've seen, because like I think they're just like normal. Like I just see them like, oh yeah, that happens everywhere now, so I shouldn't be surprised.
Do you feel social media is a distraction, especially when you need to be productive?
Yeah.
It can be in a way, like if you're, for example, like if you're doing an exam, then you might be doing it, and then after that you can go on social media as well, but then that can like ruin your day, so you'll be on it all day, and then for the next day you won't be like revising for your exam, and you end up knowing what not to do for the exam and stuff.
When you see someone post fascinating events about their lives, do you feel depressed or get jealous?
Well, I do. Well, it depends what post it is. Like if it's like somewhere like on a holiday or somewhere, obviously I'll get jealous here, but not. It depends on what the post really.
Do you feel you have to keep posting things to stay relevant?
No, I don't feel that. Like I said, like I only post there just to look back on when I'm older.
And Snapchat, yeah, but not other social media now. That's Snapchat. That's what you gotta do really. You gotta post day to day.
I've conducted a survey with a series of questions, and these are my findings. addicted to the social media. Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, posting up every picture. Selfies every second, hoping that you get some likes. Getting anxiety, panicking from the fright. I was politicking, they told me that wasn't right. Police brutality got me depressed, can't sleep at nights. Social media friends deleted me on sight, cause my speech was the truth that they're trying to hide. Got a message to tell me, you carry on, they won't love you. I decided to end it all, I deleted my profile, became offline. Rehabilitated, I nearly lost my mind. For Sandra Bland who never made it, I felt I cheated death one time. For Sandra Bland who never made it, I felt I cheated death one time.